We'll guide you through how to fix an iPad stuck on the red battery charging screen. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. This can be really annoying as you're then unable to use it. You can follow this guide whether you use an iPad mini, an iPad Pro, or a normal iPad, it doesn't matter. So what this icon does mean is the iPad is completely out of battery, so therefore you need to go and charge it. So if you haven't already done that, you want to go and grab your cable and you can go and plug it in and go and see if after you charge it for a few minutes, if it then goes and comes back on. Hopefully it does. If you've already tried that and it isn't working, then let's get into some fixes. So to get started, grab the charger you're using. So in this case, I'm using this here. First of all, if you've got another device, try using it on another device just to test it. If you can't do that, then what you want to try doing is just inspect the cable first of all, as it can go and be damaged. And the best thing you can try doing is using a different cable. And what you can also try using is a different power block and adapter you'll be using here, as often there can be a problem with this, and even try a different wall outlet as well. The best way I found though is just to go and use a computer, so you can go and grab the cable just by itself, plug one end into the computer and the other end into your iPad, and you can then go and see if then it will go and charge. Hopefully it does. If you're sure that it's charging but it's still not turning on, then what you want to try doing is performing a forced restart, as sometimes the iPad can go and get stuck in this state. So first of all, we're going to try it without charging the iPad, so unplug it. What you want to do is go and press the upper volume button, the lower one, and then tap and hold the power button. Press the upper, then the lower one, and tap and hold the power button. Now you want to try holding this for around 20 seconds. What you're going to notice, it may stay black, or you may go and see that icon again, but you just want to go and keep it held down. You'll know that this is going and working because you'll go and see the Apple icon go and appear. So as you can see, I'm not seeing anything right now. It's almost been around 20 seconds. And so what we can then do is go and release if nothing happens. And what we're going to try doing is we want to go and try charging the iPad while doing it. So you can go and plug one end into the iPad. And then what we're going to do is that same thing. So you can go and press the upper volume button, the lower one, and then tap and hold the power button. Now go and see if it will come and turn back on. Once again, do this for around 20 seconds. It's been around that time and nothing is changing. So what we're going to do is go and release like so. What we're then going to do is unplug it. So if it still isn't working, the next thing you want to try doing is inspecting the power port here at the bottom, as often debris, dust, and other stuff may be in there, which is stopping the connectors, which is why it isn't charging. So what you want to do is go and use a soft brush or something just very gentle, which you can go and use to go and remove anything in there. Even if you don't see anything in there, it's worth using a very soft brush to go and clear any dust off there. And you can also try blowing in there as well, just in case there's any dust in there which is stopping the connectors. Once again, it's actually worth checking the cable as well, because in here, there may be some type of dust or debris in there which is stopping it from properly connecting and blocking the connectors. So make sure they're all fully clear and then try charging it again. And then what we can do is we can go and see if it'll then go and work. Even after you've done that, it's worth then doing the forced restart method as we just did to go and then see if it'll go and start. If it still isn't starting and it won't go and charge, what we're going to try doing is you want to come onto the back of it, unplug it, and you want to go and feel it. So if it's feeling really hot, don't do this, and you want to go and let it cool down. But if it's feeling normal or cold, what we're going to try doing is essentially kick-starting the battery. So if the iPad hasn't been used for a long time, that often the battery has just very, very low amount of charge, and it hasn't got enough to go and start the iPad, even though you're charging it. So what we need to do is try warming up the iPad. So there are different ways you can do this. Essentially though, you don't need to get it hot. That will go and damage it. You just want to warm it. So what you can do is you go and use something like a heating pad, or you can go and use something like a hairdryer. And what you want to do is just go and get the iPad warm. As I said, not hot. You don't want to get burning or anything like that. It's just to go and warm it. So you can go and use something like a hairdryer for 30 seconds to a minute just to go and warm it up. And then once you go and do that, you want to try charging it. So what you can do is go and plug it in like so. And you can then go and see if then it will go and turn on. A lot of people had success with this method, especially with iPads that are very old and haven't been turned on for a long time. So hopefully that fixes it. You can go and see the Apple icon is now coming back on, and that's it. We've gone and resolved it. If you're finding that after following all these steps, the iPad is still stuck on that same screen, then it may be the case the battery has gone and degraded. Over time, this happens to batteries just as they age and things like that. And so eventually the battery will go and stop working. So the option is you can try and get it replaced. You need to get this done by an Apple specialist. You need to go and book into the Apple store, go in there and see how the process is for the store. And then hopefully they'll be able to go and repair it, and you'll be able to go and use your iPad again, as it'll be able to go and hold charge. If it's very, very old, they may not be able to, and so you may need to go and get yourself a whole new iPad, but hopefully they'll be able to go and fix it. If you found this useful and want to see more, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. We've got loads more content like this to come, and also loads more on the channel you can go and check out.